First of all, I want to thank all my friends out there from all across Canada and indeed from all across the world for sending back feedback on our first show that we had last week. Thank you very much. Your response was just overwhelming, and I've taken heed of what you've said. In addition, I'm going to be using some of your suggestions and hoping that we keep improving the show. This week, I'm going to start off by asking for forgiveness for some of the people who are viewing this and tell you we're not going to be politically correct. That's right, we're not going to be politically correct. We're going to discuss two issues, two festivals, as a matter of fact, two commemorations, as a matter of fact, two holy times of the calendar. And we're going to look at the difference between the two entities. Everybody knows, because statements have been made by the Prime Minister and by the provincial government and by the mayors throughout the world, wishing well on Ramadan. Ramadan is a very, very important Islam tradition. The Muslims follow it very carefully. It's the time when the Quran was given to Muhammad, and it's significant. And therefore, I have a question. I have a question to ask all of you. If it's a religious, spiritual, reflective time when one goes into a period of fasting and contemplation, how is it possible that during this period of time, Sunnis are killing Shiites, Shiites are killing Sunnis, slave markets are open for women, women are being sold as sex slaves, people are being decapitated, people are being crucified, people are being beheaded all over the place, gays are being thrown off of mountaintops? This is a festival? This is a time of contemplation? Where are all the voices, the multitude of voices that I expect to hear to say, for this period of time at least, for this short period of time, let us truly try and observe a time of reflection and contemplation and meditation. Let us not kill each other. And let us not kill Christians, and let us not kill Jews. And let us not fire rockets from Gaza into Israel. Let us not blow up churches. I don't see that. I don't hear it. All I hear is the good people who are bending over backwards trying to make appeasements. And I must say that now, those moderate Muslims that we're waiting for, that we're screaming for, that we're always looking for, now is the moment during Ramadan. Stand up. Say that this murder, the executions, the beheadings are all inappropriate and have nothing to do with Islam, if that is in fact the truth. So I wait for the listeners of this, viewers of this show, to come back to me and to tell me that yes, they have at least made an effort to speak to their imams, that they have made an effort to speak to the local media, that they are in fact going to be calling for peace during Ramadan. So for me, that's a very important factor, and I know we're not being politically correct, but it's about time that someone told it like it is. On the other hand, we have another commemoration going on at this time. Less known, nobody sent out proclamations. We haven't gotten notices from the government around the world, from anyone. It's the 3 weeks. And many people don't even know what the 3 weeks means. Even within our own Jewish community, although it's a critical time, a most monumental time, both for religious reasons and for national reasons. There are those who always say that Israel isn't using its PR very well. And I agree at this time. This is a moment, these 3 weeks, when Hasbara, which is a public information for Israel, should be at its uppermost. Jewish organizations and institutions should be putting massive efforts into getting the word out. What are the 3 weeks? What are the 3 weeks on the Jewish calendar? So let me start off by saying that there's an interesting passage in the Talmud that says, all who mourn for Jerusalem merit to see her joyousness. This is found in the tractate in the Talmud Tanit. And what does it mean? It means very simply that from the 7th day of Tammuz on the Jewish calendar till Tisha B'Av, the 9th day, we are in a period of mournfulness. And what do we commemorate? Because that's significant. That's so important. What do we commemorate during that period of time? We start off by remembering the breach in the walls of Jerusalem. The breach in the walls of Jerusalem. Wow. Right away, there is a connection to the Jewish people of today, to the Jewish people of yesterday. It is one continuous link. We remember the destruction of the 2 temples in Jerusalem. Fascinating. The first destruction took place because of the Babylonians in 586 BCE. The second destruction by the Romans at exactly the same time, 70 CE. Fascinating that the Jewish people have remembered the tragedy of the burning of the temple, the tragedy of the dispersion into the exile, and at the same time remembering the dream to come home to Zion. This period of time, in this short condensed 3 weeks, really epitomizes the yearning for Zion, the love of Israel, never abandoning Israel. And it also puts, quite frankly, to shame any discussions by Palestinians who claim this is their land. These 3 weeks demonstrate our ties to the temple, to Jerusalem, and to Zion. God bless.